reckon? Right. So, yeah, going to do a series of videos logging my journey, I suppose, up to my competition, which is in June the 5th. So we're 8 weeks now from there, and I just thought it might be something that might be useful for anyone who might go through this, or anyone who is actually going through some kind of transformation diet wise, and so they might find some useful bits in this. You might not, you might think it's completely useless and very boring, but it's also for myself, so that I can have something to look back on, and also it's a little bit of accountability for me. So if I do these and then I obviously put them up onto the World Wide Web, and people can look at them and can take stuff from them, but also it's for me to then say, right, this is what I've said I'm going to do, and try and obviously hold myself accountable for that. So it's all it's going to be is just me talking a little bit about where I'm at in terms of the nutrition and the training, and how I'm feeling in general, a little bit of work wise and how that comes into play with it as well, and that's pretty much it. I don't want them to be like in 20-30 minute videos, no chance. Who's gonna fucking sit there and watch me for that long anyway? So yeah, little short videos. I don't know, we'll see how long this is anyway when it's finished, and hopefully you'll get something from it. So to start with, yeah, I've been dieting now since the beginning of the year, so this is the longest I've ever dieted for a competition, and also it's the most food I've ever been eating during any prep, which is good. I love it. Obviously I love food, love eating, and love the training, and they go hand in hand. And I always find that when I go through the starting the dieting phase and the food is kind of cleaned up, the lifts go through the roof, the strength improves, I just feel better generally, full of energy, and then that transfers over into other bits of life like business and your relationships and things. So it's all good, and I'm not naive enough to know to think that it's going to change at some point. We are going to start to, obviously, as we get nearer, things are going to change. Calories will drop. We'll probably end up cycling a few things, and just to try and get the last little bits of fat off. But yeah, since the beginning of the year I've been dropping quite regularly each week. I check in every Saturday morning with my coach Gavin. He's a professional natural bodybuilder, so I went to him to ask for his sort of guidance and support around me going into the natural bodybuilding world. I've only really competed in the sort of men's physique type competitions and the more pageant type shows where it's all about like beauty and things like that. So yeah, going into the big ugly world of bodybuilding, which is a bit different for me. I stole a boss's cup, beauty. So yeah, and I check in with him, and yeah, we've been dropping probably about nearly a kilo a week since the beginning of the year. So I'm down to 107 kilos now, which is my actual stage weight for when I competed last year and won my category last year in my show. And I'm a lot bigger now, and I'll keep fuller. When I train, it just feels great. So yeah, things are going well. Calorie wise, I'm around 2,700, 2,800 calories a day. In terms of the split on that, my protein's up at 340 odd grams, and my carbs 230 grams. Fat is fairly low. Train a lot better with the carbs in the system, so 35 grams of fats roughly. So yeah, keeping everything. I'm eating roughly 7 meals a day, which it fits in with me and it works. And this is, again, it's one of those things. It's got to be something that fits in with your lifestyle, and luckily for me, I can kind of make this work. Although when I'm not prepping for this competition or anything like that, I wouldn't be normally eating these many meals. It's just obviously to get the amount of food in that I need. So for any of you out there, this is quite an extreme way of doing it. I am entering obviously a bodybuilding competition, so that is why we are doing it like this. Training wise, I split. I do my own training, program everything in, periodise it. At the moment, 6 weight sessions a week and 30 minutes of low intensity, sort of steady state stuff in the mornings, and some sprints after every single weight session apart from the 2 leg sessions. So I'll do 10 minutes of on the bike, basically 30 seconds max as I can get, and then 2 minutes just real slow recovery. Just do that 4 times. That's it, job done. It seems to be working so far, and like I say, I'm sure things are going to change maybe the end of this week, but I'll obviously keep you updated with that. Weight training wise, PBs and things have come through during this time as well with my lifts, so super happy with that, and touch wood, no injuries on the injury front. Did have quite a bad one towards at the beginning of prep. Tweaked something in my glute. I think I tore one of the glute muscles near the piriformis. Needed a lot of treatment on that. It did throw me out a little bit, and kind of messed the training a little bit, but we just worked around it. So yeah, got some treatment and lots of stretching, which is nice. So yeah, training wise, really enjoyed it. Lucky enough obviously to have the private facility over in Milton Keynes where we train clients out of. So train there, train in Dunstable sometimes, try and get sessions in with Gavin, and when we can. And then just literally joined another bodybuilding gym in Milton Keynes, Atlas. So yeah, over there a little bit as well, and it just gives that variation for me, so I can keep things a little bit interesting. Not that I change the training sessions every time, but it just adds little slight variations in certain exercises, which I find is good. In terms of how I feel great. Literally, like the food is awesome, and I love the training at the moment, especially when you can see the progress happening. You can notice little differences each week in terms of certain areas leaner, more vascular in certain areas. So that's always exciting, and it spurs you on to want to obviously do more. Now when we get to maybe 3 or 4 weeks out and I do these videos, you might see me in a little bit of a different light. So obviously, yeah, very smiley, happy now, and I'm not great when I don't have much food inside me, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, and then that all spills over to like the business side of it. Just set up my new website, which I'm trying to sort of push forward at the moment, danmacfitness.co.uk, where I offer personalised coaching, training, nutrition, and everything is done to the utmost of like, service-wise. So it's not just about me sending you out a plan for this and that. You get actually access to it myself. Basically, I'll become yours for however long it is, 12 weeks, and yeah, anything you need to go through, not just with training and nutrition, but in terms of lifestyle and behavioural changes, things like that. So very excited about it, and just yeah, trying to sort of push that forward at the moment, and then carry on with my one-to-one client stuff, my client sessions. Got quite a good group of core people now who yeah, are all sort of smashing their goals at the moment, which is another thing that gives me motivation to drive on. So yeah, anyway, I can see that we're getting near like the 10-minute mark. I didn't want these to ramble on, but it's just a short insight and also an introduction to the first one. So I'm going to do these every week, and this is obviously number 1, and we'll just sort of do them as a little series through. So my last sort of 8 weeks to the competition. Anyway, that's all from me, and thanks for listening. Cheers.